Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Palmisano here. Hope you're having an excellent day. Phil Thompson, student on GuitarGate, hits me with little Ants Marching from Dave Matthews Band. Says, I did not listen to a ton of DMB, but something about this track gets me incredibly amped up. Not a lot going on with the guitar, but the entire band seems to be totally in sync. A very cool collection of instruments creating a booming sound. It sticks out to me. Now check it. I'm actually going to see Dave and his whole band this Saturday at Merriweather. If anybody is going in Maryland, let me know. If you see me, say hi. I haven't seen Dave and the band in forever, but I'll tell you what. As much as he's a great songwriter and singer and guitar player that connects with people, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times, okay? You're only ever as good as your drummer. And so I pretty much go to see Carter, okay? That's kind of what time it is in Funkland, okay? And so what you're saying, Phil, totally rings true. The band, Dave has always had an absolutely incredible band, and I love how he runs it too, like a real band. So let's do this. Ants Marching, I obviously have heard the song. I have not seen this video that I know of. And to the best of my knowledge, I've never learned it, but let's try to pick some things out for you guitar players out there so you can have something to work on. Bam. Those flams. The guitar's like virtually completely ambidextrous. Love it. Immediately, you get the roll. Sounds like D. Great bass player. Double stop. So many cool little double stops happening. For those that don't totally understand what I'm talking about, okay. In any basic key, okay, you have 7 notes. So if the key is D, you have a note, you have a D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? Something. Now they can be sharps or flat, whatever. Now you can build chords on each one of those, whatever. A double stop is when you take, 2 notes of any one chord and you kind of like descend it in a scale, if you will. It's not the best explanation. But basically, in D, you have D major, right? So then your root and your third would be D and F sharp. So that could be a harmony going up. But what if you had the harmony going down? We put the F sharp in the bass. And what if you descended your whole scale like that, right? Right? That's... Right, or up here, he's doing this. That's just straight down the D major scale, and then you can do the, right? So there's so many little layers of them going up and down D, back and forth, adding inversions and double stops. Super thick harmony, super cool. Again, like you hear that? Like that third in the bass is ringing true. See? that one went down, right? Right? Now that went. Now, check it out. We got E and G here, okay? So that's telling me a little piece of a 7, okay?
Thank you, Lord. Thank you all very much. Atlanta, come on, thank you.
Right? Just straight up D major, starting from the 9, I think. Now, this little piece in here, real quick. Again, these are broad strokes. If you're new to this channel, you know, broad strokes, ladies and gentlemen. Your basic vibe, okay, is you got this little 3rd to the 4th, which is a suspension of the 3rd, okay? So, you got Dave's part, you got this D. Something like that. The point is, we're D, but we're hunting for F sharp, that's our 3rd, going to our 4, which is G. So, suss it out, right back to 1. And so whether it's the fiddle part, everything is kind of focusing on that 1, suspending the 1, 1, suspending the 1, that's what's happening.
He wakes up in the morning.
When you see him grab the G, same thing.
They never change as a thing. The week ends, the week begins. We look at each other, wondering what the other is thinking, but we never say a thing. And these crimes between us grow deeper.
So much syncopation.
He forgets them and remembers being small, playing under that table and dreaming. Take these chances, place them in a box until they quiet the time. Lights down, you up and down.
So right in there, you got B minor, A, G, B minor, B minor, D, G, B minor, A. So again, we're all in the key of D major. D major is 1, B minor is 6, G is 4, A is 5. So we're firmly in the key of D major, okay? What's really cool is his vocal lines are just as syncopated and jump around as the rest of the band. It's when you have really, really busy arrangements like this, where the drums are like completely and totally driving the song. Like this is not just a gunk, gunk, like 4 on the floor. Like this is like the drums are propelling this into outer space. That's why I love this band. Just constant. When you sing over that, like if you have all this going on down here, you can't match all this and float at the same time. You got to find a different speed over above, right? That kind of ebbs and flows and dips and moves and like over the bar line that that elevates it. It can't be like a part of the rhythm section like everything else is. And that's something that Dave has always had such a gift with. And the way that he like jumps into his falsetto and back down. He's always had such a gift of coming up with intriguing and unique melody lines over really busy band arrangements. Because you can't just fit in there with another busy part, you know. Like you couldn't go, you couldn't sing that, right? But you can do that, right? You can throw little lines out there that go over all that and don't land where everything else lands. It's hard to pinpoint. It's such an intuitive thing that he has about his melodies, but try to pay attention to it. There's so much going on. And again, it's a sing-along. It's a sing-along. Everybody knows the words and everybody's singing. It's this mix of incredibly busy music that's simple, key-centered, right? No crazy, we're not moving keys. There's no modulation, nothing nuts happening, but busy, combined with easily memorable, memorized sing-along melodies that the whole crowd knows. Super simple, hard to do, and hard to create and craft over and over again, song after song. I'm telling you, that's part of the formula.
Oh, and all I'm seeing red and black until now waiting. We all do it the same. We all do it the same.
That part right there, you descend from the 4. So you got G, G over F sharp, D over F sharp, whatever you want to call it, to E minor. Now you might be asking yourself, how does F sharp work? What's the F sharp chord? What we're really trying to do is go from the 4 down to the 2 chord, okay? Down to E minor. And so this is just a passing note, but it is, of course, the major third of our key center, which is D. So that's why I say G, D over F sharp, right? So that's another dyad or double stop, like first inversion, to E. But that's a great bridge because we've been major, major, major. Our chorus has a little float of minor into it, but it's our 6th chord, B minor. So it's our relative minor. It's the exact opposite of our tonic, of D. The 2 chord, E, it's got a different vibe to it. It's not the exact opposite minor. It's got a little hope attached to it, like it wants to go somewhere. It's not like its own island. And so it's just a perfect bridge. You got this major verse, you got a major chorus that has that relative minor into it, and then that perfect little bridge that focuses on the 2 with a walk down. Simple, perfect, easy, memorable.
There came the thoughts of a feet to the torture that I made last program, cutting the corners,
over and over
loose
again.
and cut on the fence.
All the syncopated hits.
Cut, take these chances, place them in a
Bass run.
until they riot the tide, lights down, you up and die.
Yes. so great. Just real quick, for everybody that didn't notice, we went to the bridge again, but immediately went to the chorus chords. It created this really cool descending effect that just really puts a bow on the whole arrangement. Dude.
Lights down, you up and I
With this brah at the end. Look at him. See, I'm telling you, man. Who sent me this again? This is Phil Thompson. Phil, thanks for being a member on GuitarGate, taking my lessons and courses, and making me watch this today. I'm pumped to go to the show, to go to Merriweather this Saturday. Again, let me know if you're there. So, here's the thing, okay? The key takeaways are simple. One, how do I explain this? Okay, the commercial success of Dave. I need to do a hit song formula on Dave Matthews. Need to do it. It's a couple things, but like one, from a musical standpoint, okay? The way he plays guitar, and I remember this from learning these songs or hearing my friend, my old roommate Todd Cunningham, up in Frostburg, play these tunes all the time. He would have these things where it was clear Dave would find a lick, right? It would be like, I don't know, whatever it is. Like if it's in D, but then... No, that's not a Dave song, but it would be something where like something doesn't move and then something else moves, right? You know, this... Right? It would always have this anchor and then this movement around the anchor. And then as he put the band together, okay? Like he'd bring in Carter. And so again, you're only ever as good as your drummer. And Carter, you can't tell him to not be him. Like you wake up every day and you thank Jesus that he's your drummer, okay? Like I guarantee Dave does. And everybody in the band is like, yes, right? Okay? And so you build that busyness of Dave's style. You build that with Carter, and it's that busy, syncopated thing. But since Dave has that little anchor, there's always got to be another anchor that comes through. So whether it's Bo like on the fiddle or these other little parts where it's just like, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, over and over and over and over again, getting stuck in your head. So you have this busy moving thing and this anchor that everybody can latch onto. Non-musicians, but it's that little thing that gets stuck in their head. Simple, tiny little motif, but there's so much going on. And then on top of that, you have these really interesting, like Dave-only type melodies, which manage to be simple, scoot across the bar line while staying syncopated, jump in and out of falsetto, have all his little quirks in there, but they're sing-alongs that everybody can sing with it over this busy music with all the hits and all the syncopation. It's not to even get into the lyrics. I'll do that in another video. But that right there is such a big deal, and it's such a big deal to like recreate song after song and era after era, decade after decade, album after album, if you will. Just I can't speak highly enough about the man and the band he's put together. Period. Pumped to go see him Saturday. And that's it. Phil, I love you. Thanks for being a member on GuitarGate. Thanks for suggesting this on the Reacts Request page. Everybody watching, if you dig the vibe, please hit subscribe on YouTube. If you don't know that you can do that, take a second and do it. There's a button there on the bottom right-hand corner of your video or somewhere that says subscribe. Hit it and ring the bell. That lets me and YouTube know you want to see more of these videos. You find it cool and interesting. If you want to drop a comment in there about where we should go next, drop it in there. And again, if you want to be like Phil, be a member at GuitarGate, this Reacts Request page is a thank you for those that support me, and I let you pick what comes next on YouTube most of the time. That's it, my friends. That's the first link in the description if you want to check it out. I love you all. I'll see you Saturday, hopefully. Cheers. Bye. Love it.